You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome back to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley with Insurance for Texans. We help church leaders to protect their people and property with wisdom and clarity. Right now, churches all across Texas are feeling the pressure. Non-renewal notices are showing up in mailboxes. Premiums are climbing. Coverage options are shrinking. And many pastors and church leaders are discovering that their longtime insurance agent suddenly doesn't have answers anymore. So they do what feels natural. They start calling around anyone who will pick up the phone, anyone who will return an email, anyone who sounds confident enough to help. And that's where the real danger begins. Not every insurance agent who answers the phone understands church insurance. And working with an inexperienced church insurance agent can quietly put far more at risk than most leaders realize. At first, everything sounds fine. The agent seems helpful. They offer a few policy options. They reassure you that this should cover what you need. With everything else on your plate, it feels like progress. But church insurance is unlike other forms of commercial insurance. Churches carry unique risks: counseling services, youth activities, mission trips, volunteers, employees, board members making fiduciary decisions, facilities that sit empty part of the week and overflow the next, buildings with stained glass, older roofs, and large gathering spaces. An inexperienced agent who doesn't know churches often doesn't know what questions to ask, which means they don't know what risks to protect. That's how critical coverages get missed. We see churches without proper protection for employment-related claims, churches offering counseling without professional liability coverage, churches running mission trips with no understanding of how off-premises liability works. Churches assuming their general liability policy handles everything when it doesn't. Those gaps don't show up at renewal. They show up when a claim hits. Another common problem is misunderstanding claims-made policies. Coverages like directors and officers liability, employment practices liability, and professional liability usually work on a claims-made basis. That means timing matters. Retroactive dates matter. Continuity matters. An inexperienced agent may not explain this. Worse, they may move your church to a new policy without matching the retroactive date from your old one. That creates a silent coverage gap where past decisions or actions are no longer insured. And this is something you won't find out about until a lawsuit arrives. And by then, it's too late to fix. Property insurance is another landmine. In today's Texas market, carriers are scrutinizing churches harder than ever. Roof age, building materials, maintenance history, usage patterns, deductibles, settlement terms. An experienced church insurance specialist knows how to assess those risks, explain them to underwriters, and structure coverage that actually responds when storms hit. An inexperienced agent often just fills out an application. That's how churches end up underinsured, overdeducted, or holding policies that look fine until a hailstorm or fire exposes the reality. The cost of these mistakes isn't just financial. A serious uncovered claim can drain reserves, disrupt the church's mission, and damage credibility. It can limit your ability to serve your community when they need you most. That's why who you work with matters just as much as what you buy. At Insurance for Texans, we developed our True Texas Church Insurance program for this reason. It's not a product. It's a process built around asking better questions up front so that churches have comprehensive coverage for the things that matter most to their mission. We specialize in churches. We understand Texas risks, and we know how to structure coverage that aligns with both your mission and your responsibility as a steward. Connect with our church insurance team at insurancefortexans.com. And if you would like a detailed overview of church insurance, get a copy of our book, The Promise of Certainty, at thepromiseofcertainty.com. I'm Ron Wadley, and this has been Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, protecting Texas churches. Until next time, remember, general insurance agents are good at a lot of things, but church insurance is not one of them.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.